Yeah! Here we go!
It's time for TSS Fantasy.
It is Commissioner Cooper.
Greatest time of the year, and if you are praising fantasy Jesus, you are doing good stuff.
Happy Sunday, happy early morning trash football game.
That's why
We're back, baby! Let's go!
I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Aaron Rodgers, like I almost got banned off TikTok for the thing that's
That's why I'm easy.
He has had some nagging hamstring issues.
I'm easy like Sunday morning.
My beloved Jets are trash.
That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is Commissioner Cooper, and you're waking up with TSS Fantasy.
Yeah!
I meant to clip that, Justin. I meant to do that last night, and I just didn't have. I've totally forgotten. I was like, damn it. So I'm going to get one in here for Fred. I got you, bro. All right, we got a busy Sunday morning for you. A lot to break down. It's week 2, and we're here to get you started. You can also put your fantasy questions in for us to answer while we're going here. Be happy to answer those for you. We'll pay the bills real quick. If you're watching on YouTube, do us a solid. Give us a subscribe. Give us a like. Like I said, throw your comments in there. Little things stopping you from doing it. Big things popping for us when you do, so we appreciate that. If you're looking to do daily fantasy, go to the Fast Draft app. Use the promo code TSS. We're going to double your deposit up to $100. So make sure up to $50. Sorry. So make sure you check that out. Also, don't forget, go to Pro Am Belts if you're looking for some fantasy or for some championship bling for your fantasy champion. Look no further than Pro Am Belts. Also today, while we do our ultimate DFS challenge, I put it in the comments, and it's also in our subscription on our page. If you want to compete with us for the ultimate DFS challenge, we have a contest set up for you. I'd like to get you guys competing into that. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, let's get the introduction started. Let's welcome in ladies first. Welcome in Meg coming in from overseas. Good morning. Well, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, I was going to say it is afternoon time here. It is. We've been up for several hours, so you guys are behind already.
Way behind, trust me. Little coffee, we're going to catch up for sure. Also, let's welcome in OJ. We need the OJ for the morning. Greg, OJ, the juice is loose. Mayor, welcome in, my friend.
I got my cup of OJ right here, but I'm feeling lonely, man. I don't see my partner in crime on today. He must have been up late watching that, Crawford Canelo fight last night.
Yeah, he might have been, but we might have a surprise appearance from Fred this morning. So I'm hoping that happens. That'll be a lot of fun for sure. Also, welcome in the man, the myth, the legend himself, Justin Jesus Herrera. Welcome in, my friend.
It's like my fantasy team for my fantasy or for my friends and family league. It's the man, the myth, the commish, because I'm the commissioner of that league.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm happy to be here. It never gets old seeing the Juice say that the Jets are going to be absolute trash this year. I look for that intro every single. Oh my God! Fresh off the press, he got it done today. Oh my God! Which leads perfectly into my segment today. Can of Whoop Ass! Sponsored by Dwayne Ramos this week. Dwayne, this Can of Whoop Ass is for you and the Denver All-American Rejects. Let me tell you, son, I got a dirty little secret for you. You never draft a quarterback #1 when you're in a single quarterback league.
Ooh-wee, goodness me, oh my. Little trash talk.
One last thing. If you want to send out your own personal Can of Whoop Ass, reach out to your boy on Twitter. Give me a little description. It's like Cameo, except I won't charge you $400 for it. I will put it on the show. You just tag your boy to come check out and pick up his can of Whoop Ass or her can of Whoop Ass.
Justin, I got there's one ready for Coop this week too. There's one ready for Coop. Get one ready for Coop this week.
Yeah, it's funny. I can't wait to crush regular winning game streak. Anyway, all right. No one cares. No one cares to hear about our league, bro. All right. Patriots touchback said, "Good morning, everyone. Morning, Meg. game day, week 2. Let's fucking go. I feel you. Appreciate your comment and joining us this morning. All right, well, Brian unfortunately got called in to work this morning, so I'm going to put my physical therapist hat on and give you some injury news. Here we go.
It's time to get your latest NFL injury updates with Brian from the Injured List podcast. The doctor is in.
Why not plug Brian anyway, right? Go to theinjuredlist.com, of course, or go follow Brian on the Injured List. He'll have some updated news for you. He can even tweet out while he's working. You know, who doesn't mind having their knee worked on while Brian tweets out NFL injury news? Let's go with Jawan Jennings today. Is still a game time decision is what we have that with his shoulder issue. Christian Kirk is ruled out for Monday night with a hamstring. Brock Bowers is expected to play Monday night, having some knee concerns. We know from Thursday, unfortunately, Austin Eckler is confirmed to have a torn Achilles, done for the season, possibly done for his career, sad to say. But, we'll see if he tries to make a comeback, later on or whatnot. Jaden Reed also put right now on IR. He broke his collarbone. He's out 6 to 8 weeks from Thursday night. Xavier Worthy is still out for this week. I know some people were, kind of hearing news that he's trying to get back on the field, but that's just a little too impossible at this point. Evan Ingram is good to go, having some calf issues, but he is good to go today. Brock Purdy is ruled out today for week 2. We'll have Mac Jones at the helm for the 49ers. He has a shoulder and some turf toe issues. It looked like turf toe being the main culprit for the reason he's out today. Mason Taylor is questionable today with his ankle. Josh Reynolds has been ruled out today with a hamstring issue. Will Shipley is also ruled out today with rib issues. Dallas Goedert in the same game is also ruled out for week 2. So definitely smart start Devonta Smith today. Isaiah Likely is still out this week. Roshan Johnson is without designation this week, so you could see him eat a little bit in those Swift carries. We'll see. DJ Moore has an abdominal strain, but he is good to go today. Keon Coleman had a little bit of a groin issue. He's also good to go today. James Cook, hamstring issue, but is good to go for today. Malik Neighbors had some back issues this week. He is good to go. But Wan'Dale Robinson is right now still questionable, which could mean a lot more targets for Malik. Drake London is good to go today, which is kind of funny. It looked kind of scary, his injury, but he is good to go. And Darnell Mooney, also with the shoulder, is cleared for today. So that's your injury rundown news. If you have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to give us a call. Patriots touchback enjoys the return of Mac Jones. How about that?
What it is, baby.
Also, if you are a Jaden Daniels owner, he did have Brian mentioned on Friday that he did have an MRI, and our own Megs from a little insider said he's been limping pretty heavily. So it could be an issue. Just so make sure you pay attention to that news as we go forward if he happens to miss next week or whatnot. All right, well, we're going to hear from our boys real quick from NeuroGuard Plus for Brian.
Dr. Michael Hutchison has harnessed the latest in neuromuscular dentistry and impact technology to develop a mouthguard that does more than protect. It enhances. NeuroGuard Plus isn't just a mouthguard. By focusing on the jaw's physiological position, it provides an added layer of neuroprotection, significantly reducing the risk of sports-related neurological injuries. All athletes should be using a custom mouthguard designed to their bite position. NeuroGuard Plus was created as a means to maintain your physiological jaw position regardless of your bite. The appliance is designed to optimize your upper-lower jaw relationship to improve your strength, your balance, your oxygen intake, and drastically lower your chance of a concussion. Independent studies have shown that the NeuroGuard Plus will provide you with improvement to both upper and lower body strength. The same improvements were not present with a common mouthguard. Over 6,500 athletes have used the NeuroGuard Plus. Dr. Hutchison is happy to say that the amount of diagnosed concussions is 0.2%. The NeuroGuard Plus offers athletes, coaches, and parents an advantage to keep their players safe on the field. If you or your child actively participates in athletics, they need to be protected from the dangers of repetitive head trauma. Get your NeuroGuard Plus mouthguard today. Click on the link and use code ILPSports for 10% discount on your purchase.
All righty, well, let's get on with it with some weather.
It's time to get your real-time NFL weather report from TSS Fantasy.
Not a lot of weather impacts today. A lot of games in the Dome. So Dome games today, we got Giants at Dallas, Bears at Detroit, 49ers at the Saints, Broncos at the Colts, Carolina at Arizona, Falcons at Minnesota, Tampa Bay at Houston, and, of course, the Chargers at the Raiders. So a lot of Dome games today, which is good as far as no weather impacts. Jacksonville at Cincinnati, 82 degrees, clear skies, and winds at 3 miles an hour. It's a perfect football day there. I'm hoping to see a lot of fantasy points coming out of that game. Rams at the Titans, 86 degrees. There is a chance of rain in this one, and the winds right now at 5 miles an hour. New England at America's team. That's right, I'm back on it. 82 degrees. Chance of a thunderstorm, of course. We're down south, of course. Winds at 5 miles an hour. Buffalo at the Jets. It's 82 degrees. Also a chance of rain in this one as well, and the winds are at 5 miles an hour. Seahawks at the Steelers. It's 82 degrees, clear skies. Winds are at 3 miles an hour. And for Cleveland at Baltimore, 83 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and winds are at 3 miles an hour. And for Philly at KC, it's 92 degrees in Kansas City. It says it's cloudy, but the winds are at 12 miles an hour. Not enough to really affect your throwing or kicking, so it's not a huge ordeal, but just something to pay attention to nonetheless. All right, well, that was the weather report. Podcast Smitty, welcome in. What's up? Good morning. Appreciate you joining us this morning, my friend. It's NFL Sunday. Speaking of NFL Sunday, we want to win some money today, of course. That's why we all do this thing. Let's get some betting advice from our boy, Eric.
Time to win some money with TSS Fantasy's betting advice. Win big bitches.
Good morning, Eric. How are you this morning, my friend?
Outstanding. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Ready for a week 2. And before you get started, I just want to say it must feel good to be a Packer today, my friend. Those boys look nice and strong, don't they?
It's nice to know in week 2 that we're winning the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I've been there, done that, so I'm with you. All right, what kind of betting advice do you guys for today? Win us some money.
Well, for the sides, I think Tampa plus 2.5 against Houston. I think Atlanta plus 2 against Minnesota. I think both of those could win those. Both those teams could win those games. Then we got Miami minus 2. How could this team beat anybody with how they played last week? It was minus 1 all week, and then it went to minus 2 last night. Like, okay, I know New England has trouble down there early in the season. That's why it was minus 1. Why did it go to minus 2? Somebody knows something we don't know. I think your Dolphins are going to win today. And then I got a underdog lineup for us. We went a little too big last week. 5 is too many. Alvin Kamara is the one that screwed us. 4.5 receptions. He barely had 4.5% of his team's targets. I'm very worried about the Alvin Kamara situation. So we got it down to 3 this week. Malik Neighbors, higher than 34.5 first half receiving yards. Russ knows there's but one way to save his job, and that's to throw it to Malik Neighbors all the damn time. Tyler Warren, higher than 42.5 receiving yards. We'll keep taking this until they make the number high enough. That guy's amazing. And then Aiden Hutchinson gets a stack because the only thing Caleb Williams loves more than painting his fingernails is holding on to the football for like 8 seconds. So I think Hutch gets 1, and that'll give us 5 times our entry. Be fucking rolling in.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, my friend. As always, where can everyone follow and get all of your latest, greatest updates, my friend?
I am at Propnosis on the social medias, and then I'm on Friday nights with my buddies Crick and Buku talking sports on Spit and Truth. That's a catch-all hangout sports show, but it's a football show now. It's all football.
Football is king, as always. All right, well, go follow Eric. Check them out. Cricket's a great guy, too, so make sure you check out their show and get all the latest and greatest from there, my friend. All right, Eric, we appreciate you, my friend. We'll see you next Sunday. We're gonna send you out with our Week 2 edition of the Fantasy Super Friends. All right, brother, appreciate you, and we'll check it out. Let's go.
When evil threatens my football Sunday, Commissioner Cooper sends me his super friends to save the day.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Looks like Tampa Bay is in trouble. The Texan is attacking the Buccaneers in the Bay.
These Buccaneers have the softest defense around. They'll be drinking their rum after I'm done.
We'll send in Baker Mayfield. His weapons and tenacity will be no match for the Texans' weak secondary. Looks like trouble for Arizona. The Panther is attacking their beloved Cardinals.
These little red birds don't have a front seven good enough to defeat me.
Alfred, call the big red bird James Conner. His speed and agility is just what the Cardinals need to take down the Panthers.
Looks like the city of Cleveland is in trouble again. The Raven is attacking with his high-flying offense.
These Browns play like the color of their team, shitty. They are the weakest team in the league. No wonder I moved my nest.
We'll send in the hands of Blue Jerry Jeudy. His ability to get past the Ravens secondary will make him a formidable opponent today.
Looks like there is trouble in Kansas City. The Eagle is bringing his championship tour to destroy the Chiefs once and for all.
I am the final boss, and I have already made these Chiefs go back to their teepees on the biggest stage of them all.
Let's call in the big chief, Travis Kelce. As long as we can get him away from Taylor, his big hands will be able to damage the Eagle.
That's right, kids. Use the power of knowledge and go have a super win in fantasy football today.
That's right, kids. The more you know, the more you know. By the way, Cap for Life says, good morning, beautiful people, as always. I just wanted to comment, what happened to the Dolphin pick? Oh, it's still Dolphins. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure you had the Dolphins logo. I was like, what's up, bro? What's up? We dipping out already? Damn. All right. We got our first.
Should have dipped out at the beginning of the year.
You say he waited too long, Justin. He waited too long.
Cap for Life's got his first, got our first fantasy question. Justin, what do you say? Boutte or Rashid Shaheed?
Rashid Shaheed or Boutte? I don't know. I liked Booty last week. I think obviously both kind of have like an advantageous chance here because Shaheed's playing a team that's going to be playing defense all day long. And Booty, you know, he really did show out last week. He was on the injured list, but he was pulled off with a groin injury. You know, I guess you just got to roll with Booty because, you know, you got to think that Drake May is going to stick with the guy that he was throwing it to last week. And then I just don't know if I can bet on Spencer Rattler for 47 passes every week. And to not get creamed this week by the 49ers defense, I think he's going to have a hard time. So I'll go with Booty this week.
All right, I like it. Greg, we got another one here from the Smitty. Jacoby Myers or Javonte Williams today?
Well, I mean, you know, Brock is back. Brock looked healthy, in practice this week. So he's going to get the targets out there in Vegas. So I'll go with Javonte Williams. Miles Sanders fumbled the ball last week. Blue still not sure if he's going to be active. And Javonte ruled the snaps in Dallas. So I'll definitely go with Javonte Williams this week.
All right, I like it. Meg, your boy, Patriots touchback, who shouted you out this morning, he got a question. How long before Tyron Tracy of the Giants need to be benched in fantasy?
I mean, I don't have any Giants players on my team. personally. So I would bench him yesterday. I would give him another week or two, maybe a week at most, to be honest, if you've got him. But he's definitely made it to my team, so I feel like it's unfair to comment.
I'm looking at their schedule, actually. I mean, they got some pretty damn tough matchups. They got the Chiefs after today. Chargers got a tough run D. They do have the Saints, so that could be a nice play for you there. Eagles after that, another tough one. Broncos after that. Then they got the Eagles again. Then the 49ers. So there's going to be some tough sledding for Tyrone Tracy. That's for sure going forward. Justin, you mentioned him earlier. So Cam Ward or Spencer Rattler today?
Oh, fuck. That's a crazy one.
You got to be a 2 QB lead, this Smitty. It has to be.
Damn, Justin.
Man.
You made him feel so much better.
Bro, this guy's either got Brock Purdy or he's literally like scraping the bottom of the barrel on a 2 QB league. You know what? I'll go with Cam Ward this week just because, you know, I like Spencer Rattler to have okay performance this week, but I think Cam Ward's going to have his coming out this week. I think Cam Ward's coming out with that, you know, Alec Eyemeyer, you know, Calvin Ridley. I don't think the Rams were nearly as stout as the Texans made them look. I think the Texans were just kind of, there you go. I love it. I don't love it. I don't love it. I'm sorry. I just love that I was right on that one, but I'm sorry about your luck, Schmitty. I'm sorry about your luck. I'd go with Cam Ward this week. I'm putting Cam Ward in a single QB this week, so just to make you feel better.
We even have our watchers chiming in, giving some fantasy advice. Patriots Touchback says neither.
Neither, yeah.
And Cap for Life says, damn, for sure. All right. Well, while we're looking for some more fantasy questions, let's give you some advice to win some daily fantasy with the Ultimate DFS Challenge.
All right, brothers and sisters, get ready to get your ultimate DFS roster set with TSS Fantasy.
I just remembered back in the day when I used to wear my suit, and for this segment, I'd try to take it off real quick. Oh my God!
You got to bring that stuff back now. Come on now.
I know. It was really fun. I don't know why it just dawned on me. I was like, oh my goodness.
You got to get Mary Jane to get you a breakaway.
All right, let's go over last week's results, and we'll start with the jobber first.
Commissioner Cooper, you were an embarrassment this week. Enjoy your butt whooping.
Yeah, I deserve it. Check me out last week. Oh, my God. Didn't even break 100. I mean, Jamar Chase obviously screwed everyone else over, but Matthew Golden with his golden hands, unfortunately, didn't do much better for me as well. So definitely struggled a bit last week. Though Meg was the second runner-up to the jobber. 112 punt. At least he got over 100 points at least last week. He also fell into the Jamar Chase lure, unfortunately. So last week, 112. Greg, I mean, you only got 0.5 better, so it wasn't like you were up there neither. But, you know, Derrick Henry obviously saving the day. Bo Nix, obviously a disappointment last week, along with Evan Ingram. But, you know, not too bad of a week. Justin, you were next on the list. 124.2 had a decent week. Of course, we were talking about, I know you talked about JMO on Friday, so, you know, hopefully he can show out a little bit more this week. But Tyler Warren all over the board, man. He definitely looks good to go. Freddie actually was our number 2 last week with 129.1, which leaves the guy that's not here. And by the way, congratulations, LeDuc. I hope you're enjoying your honeymoon. You were last week's winner.
Introducing your ultimate DFS champion for week 1, Andrew LeDuc.
There it is right there, 138.7. I mean, bring it. Last year's Ultimate DFS Challenge champion starting off hot again. Got the week 1 victory. Baker Mayfield coming up big. Of course, Wilson as well. Emeka Egbuka. I think we all picked him, though, last week, so it wasn't a big surprise. Yeah. All right, let's go through real quick. I know we got Andrew's not here to talk about it, but this is the lineup this week. He likes Aaron Rodgers playing against the Seahawks today. Chase Brown, Jaylen Warren, CeeDee Lamb in the flex spot, which I expect him to have a nice bounce-back week this week as well. Marvin Harrison Jr., DK Metcalf, of course, with the combo with Aaron Rodgers, and likes Hollywood Brown. I mean, who the hell else are they going to throw to this week? And still throwing in Tyler Warren as well. Here's Fred's lineup. God, Justin Fields. Are we kidding ourselves? He likes ETN, though, from last week. J.K. Dobbins actually did play pretty decently last week. Fred's going to ride that Jamar Chase bounce back in the flex spot. He also liked Hollywood Brown, A.J. Brown getting in there as well with no Goddard and a Dunze. And Sam Laporta and Cardinals D today. So those are our plays from Fred. All right, Greg, you're up next. Give us your ultimate DFS winners.
Jason, why does Justin Fields hate, man? The man put up 31 points last week. He's dangerous with his legs. Ed Oliver's out for the Bills. Justin Fields is going to have a field day. Yes, I said it, against the Buffalo Bills. I like Bucky Irvin on Monday night and Ashton Jeanty. I think the two young running backs are going to have a bounce-back week. And like you said about Hollywood Brown, who else is Mahomes going to throw the ball to? And you think it's going to be Jamar Chase? I think it's going to be a T. Higgins game. I think T. Higgins is going to show out this week. I like him. I went with the stack with Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson. And like I said about Javonte earlier, there's nobody else in that Dallas backfield that's threatening him right now. So I think Javonte is going to have a great game this week. And I'm going to do a Fred analyst. I had Loveland because that's all I had left. So I picked up Loveland for Chicago. But I think really Caleb Williams is going to look for the tight end. And the Patriots are playing the Dolphins. Enough said. That's why I picked the Patriots.
I'm telling you right now, you're in trouble with that pick. The Dolphins are coming back today, bro. They're going to bounce back for sure.
They can't bounce any further down.
All right, let's go, Justin. Give us your ultimate DFS lineup.
Well, first off, guys, join us this week for our Ultimate DFS Challenge. It's in the comment section. It's in the description. It's a $1 buy-in. It's not going to break your bank. And you get to beat us, which you can already tell it's not that hard to do. You get to wrap up. It's 180 is the max entrance. And then if you win, you get to leave with $180 if we get 180 people. But tell your friends, tell your neighbor, tell your wife, sign your kids up, do everything, get it filled up so then you can win $180 this week in our Ultimate DFS Challenge. And we'll even give you a special shout out. Commissioner Cooper will make a little video naming you the champion. But anyways, back to my lineup. Christian McCaffrey and, actually Dak Prescott started off. Dak Prescott loves to murder the Giants. I mean, he absolutely loves to put it on the Giants. And the Giants are doing themselves no favors with that offense. They're going to be on defense a lot. And it's just going to be CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott all day long. I wish I could have stacked them up this week, but I had to put my priorities into the running back position, and that's where Christian McCaffrey comes in handy. This guy is literally going to be the entire offense. Mac Jones is not going to throw it very far. He's just going to be dunking it off to Christian McCaffrey. So he's going to get 1 million catches. He's probably going to score a touchdown, and he's going to get 1 million rushes. So this is going to be well worth your pay. 7,500, Christian McCaffrey, love the play. Javonte Williams, we saw 2 touchdowns last week against a good defense. What can he do this week against a defense that's going to be getting thrown on, going to be getting into the red zone a lot? I look for him to have at least a touchdown this week and pay off that 5,800. Breece Hall, I love the matchup because Ed Oliver is gone. So I love Breece Hall right up the middle, baby. That's going to be a wrecking machine. Everybody was like, oh, but what about Braylon Allen? Oh, you mean the 9 yards that he had and 1 touchdown? Big freaking deal. Breece Hall had 100 yards against a defense that's probably just as good as the Bills right now. It's just as old easily. Then we got Hollywood Brown. Like Commissioner said, who else are they going to throw the ball to? Oh, wait, Travis Kelce, my tight end. So I got that wrapped up. If one of those has a bad week, one of those will have a good week. Good with that. And then Stephon Diggs, my dude, Stephon Diggs at $5,000 just seems kind of like a eyebrow raiser. Like the dude had 5 catches and 67 yards last week. He had a good week minus having a touchdown would be a lot better. So I look for him to get the touchdown this week and stack those points up. And then finally, George Pickens is my actual stack with Dak Prescott this week. This seems like a week where everybody gets to eat, and I think Pickens is going to be a show out. I think they're really going to just display why they got George Pickens and why it was actually a good move on Jerry's part to send a 4th-round pick to Pittsburgh, because this guy can be the real deal as a number 2. And then we got the Broncos defense. I love the value there. 3,500. They were the 3rd best defense on DFS, and they're playing the Colts. Danny Dimes that's irrational to think that he's going to be that good twice in a row. It's just irrational. You can't think that way, guys. This is fantasy football. We're trying to make money now. Yeah. We're trying to do something here. We're not all Colts fans. Like, we can't be an irrational breed of human beings. Danny Dimes not him.
And in real football, he's not good either. Patriots, by the way, that was for you, Greg. That's a bloody risky defense. He wanted to let you know. I totally agree with you, my friend. The Sleep at Work Network shots fired at the Dolphins. Kaffir Light don't like that. He says 17-14 Fins today. I'm expecting a little more points. Fucking better anyway. And Patriots touchback said for you, Greg, should have chosen Butte. Or I'm sorry, he said it for you.
I think it's for me.
Yeah, my bad. Should have chosen Butte instead of Diggs, he says this week. So we shall
You're just glazed over by the Butte, buddy. You're enamored with the Butte.
A lot of Butte. All right, Meg, it's up to you now. Let's bounce back. Me and you got to bounce back from last week. Give me your ultimate DFS lineup.
Okay, so I'm starting off, and again, sorry for the shots fired at the Dolphins, but Drake May, my boy, I feel like he has to have some sort of decent week this week. And if he can't do it this week, then he needs checked. Sorry. I've gone for Javonte Williams. Last week, he was insane, like just insane. Travis Etienne Jr., obviously we know about the Tank Bigsby trade. We're looking at what targets they've got. Then, Etienne's the obvious choice here. I'm not willing to give up on Chase yet. I'm just not. So keeping him in for this week. But he's only getting one more chance with me because I'm almost through with him after all the fantasy lineups that I've got going where he is letting me down right now. I have gone for Butte because, why not? I'm a big believer in Butte, to be honest. You can clip that one.
I want to be on the record. I'm a big believer in Butte too.
Thank you. I'm here for it. And AJ Brown, again, we said it earlier, he seems an obvious choice this week. He seems like he's going to be getting those points up. Brian Thomas Jr., because why the hell not? Like, realistically, I was a bit of a what have I got left at this point? So went for him. And that Broncos defense, can we just, I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for that Denver defense this season. So those would be my choices.
All right. And we got our comments. We all love the Butte. Me too. Hell yeah. We're all into it. I'm with you. Hey, Podcast Smitty had a question. Biggest fall off this week, Colts or Dolphins? Bro, the Dolphins can't fall off any, they've already at the bottom
They're
of the
ready for
so they ain't nowhere to fall, bro. So it definitely is the Colts. I think that's an easy one for sure.
Can't get no lower than the Dolphins right now.
You can, bro. I mean, the Dolphins just lost their job. Their wife left them. The dog's gone. I mean, that's where they're at right now. So, all right, here we go with my ultimate DFS lineup. Got to snap back this week. I like Jared Goff this week, versus Chicago. They were 22nd against the pass. I think he's a decent price this week as well. I think this Lions offense is ready for a nice bounce back this week. So I expect Jared Goff to have a good day today. James Conner, and you heard it on the Super Friends, going against, of course, Carolina. They got no run D at all. I mean, there's nothing there. So good price for him, 6,600. Kyron Williams against the Titans. They also don't have a run D. 28th last week for 6,300. A good deal there. Like I mentioned before, Devonta Smith against Kansas City. Obviously, last week didn't do very well against receivers because they're ranked dead last right now. Without Goddard, Devonta Smith eats, period. So it's a good play today. I like Meko Buka on Monday night. How could you not like what you saw last week? Houston, they were 28th against the pass, or against receivers, sorry. So 5,800 is a good price for him. And then Jerry Jeudy, we see a world where the Browns are going to have to throw the football to keep up with Baltimore today. And Baltimore showed they really didn't have much of a defense still in the secondary. So I like Jerry Jeudy to at least get a couple big passes today. Good price at 5,300. Travis Kelce, Justin brought it up earlier. I brought it up about Hollywood Brown. There's not much else to throw to. So you expect Travis Kelce to be involved today, although Philly was really good against, the non-existent tight ends from the Cowboys last week. I threw in Brock Bowers also on Monday night against the Chargers. I mean, because why the hell not? As Meg said earlier, Brock Bowers, most heavily targeted tight end there is in the league. So I like Brock Bowers a lot. And like we said, we all agree with with the defense this week. Rams against the Titans, who showed not much. That's just because Cam Ward's still kind of finding his way. So you can expect some turnovers and stuff today as well for the Rams. So I like that overall as a defense. So good job, guys, for our ultimate DFS challenge for sure. Podcast Smitty said, good point. Cat for Life said there's only one way but up after rock bottom. That's right, bro. That's right. See, there we go. They said you don't hit rock bottom until you lose to the Patriots. I feel you indeed. Patriots touchback says we're expected to play. Juwan Jenny, Adam Schefter just tweeted. Thank you for the update. Appreciate that. I like those live.
Hey, Patriots touchback. It ain't Juwan Jennings I'm worried about. I'm worried about Trent Williams not playing. That's what I'm fucking worried about.
Yeah, that's a big one right there for sure. All right, well, we got a fun lineup this week with NFL games. Let's get to our picks.
Will TSS Fantasy pick the right teams to win this week? Outlook not good.
All right, let's reveal what went on last week. See what our prognosticators did last week. I'm trying to find the damn thing. Here we go. Look at that. 12-4 for 4 of us last week.
Wow.
The king and queens of the picks. Well, we got the dunces at 10-6 down there at the
2 picks, bro.
And speaking of dunce, already Greg with a Washington pick this week. Your Homer-esque for the Commanders kind of hurt you already this week. So 0-1 to start out. Not so good.
Long weekend, baby. It's a long weekend.
It is. We got a lot of games to go to. Let's go to the first one. We got the Giants at the Cowboys. Cowboys lead the series 77-47-2. The Cowboys swept them last year 27-20 and 20-15. It's been 8 in a row and 15 out of 16. The Cowboys own the Giants. They're favored by 4.5. The over-under is 44.5. Meg, who you got in this?
Yeah, I have got the Cowboys on this one. Never thought I'd hear the day, but, we move. We don't want to talk about it, okay? Because we don't, but I picked the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good bounce-back game. And we said, and Mac isn't exactly mobile either. Meg, your picks this week are highly questionable from Thursday night. We're going to see. Let's see this play out then. But put the hammer down. TSS Fantasy Hammer is down. Fred's not here with his mallet, unfortunately, but we all like the Cowboys today. I think that's an easy one to talk about. All right, let's go to the next one. The Seahawks go to the Steelers. The Steelers lead the series 11-10. Pittsburgh won the last meeting in 2023, 30-23. It's been 2 in a row for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this series. They are favored by 1.5. The over-under is 43.5. Greg, who you like in this one?
I like Pittsburgh, man. I like what I saw to Aaron Rodgers last week. I mean, he's not, old Aaron Rodgers, but 4 TDs against a decent Jets defense, and Seattle defense is still kind of shaky. And I like Aaron Rodgers. I like DK. I like to see them run the ball a little bit more, but I like Pittsburgh this week.
Justin, who you like?
I might be the lone wolf here. I like the Seahawks. I'm big on what the Seahawks are doing. I think that they're building culturally around that defense, kind of like they did with the Legion of Boom years. And, the offense was really shaky, but, Sam Darnold's been in this offense for 3 years now. It's the Shanahan offense. Clint Kubiak went and studied under Shanahan. Not Stefanski. Fucking Kevin O'Connell studied under Kyle Shanahan's father. Like, it's the same fucking offense he's been running for the last 3 years. He'll get it. And they just need to get somebody else on the field other than Cooper Kupp to stretch the field. So once they figure out Torrey Horton's better for the team than Cooper Kupp, they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine this game because they're going to be able to run it. Like, everybody on the Steelers is just getting old. Nobody wants to say it. They're just old now. The defense is just old. You add in Jalen Ramsey. You have Cam Hayward, TJ Watt. Old. They're going to run all day on that defense. And then Jackson Smith and Digba is going to catch 10 passes.
Enough. We get
old. All right, old Dell Beckham. We
get it.
Meg, who you like in this one?
I've got the Steelers for this one.
Yep, I'm with you on this, Justin, actually. I'm going to go with the Seahawks as well. You're not lone. I'm going to let you lone wolf this one. I like the Seahawks as well. We've been making that case all offseason for this team, and, I think this is the day they kind of bring Aaron Rodgers back to reality, get him back into his little sweat lodge or whatever he is. By the way, Podcast Mini says, my man on the end of the Niner jersey, Justin, he looked like Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Schmitty, you were around when I had my long hair, right? That's exactly what the picture is. The picture is I used to have my long ass hair, baby.
Burning
I know,
it down.
It don't look like much now.
You Justin burning it down for sure. All right, let's go Rams at Titans. Rams lead the series 8-6. Tennessee won the last time these teams met in 2021, 28-16. The Rams are favored by 4.5. Over under is 45.5. Justin, who do you like in this one?
Rams. It's just experience versus inexperience. The Rams defense is going to be able to get to Cam Ward. I think Cam has a much better game than last year, but I think it's going to be or than last week. Last year, he wasn't in the league last year. But better game than last week, but it's still going to be the Rams taking this one.
No reason to go around the room. We all like the Rams.
Boom.
Put the hammer down for the Rams this week. We all like them in this matchup. Indeed. He said that receded very quickly.
Man.
Wow.
Man, we got a bunch of assholes in there. I like this.
It was a haircut. It was a style choice for sure. All right. Let's go to the next one. Buffalo at the Jets. We got Buffalo leading this series 71-58. Buffalo swept them last year 40-14 and 23-20. They won 3 in a row in the series. Buffalo is favored by 8.5. Over under is 44.5. Meg, who you like in this one and why?
Yeah, Buffalo all day, every day. Just the better team, guys. Just the better team. Josh Allen, we love him.
Yeah, I think that's all the analysis you need for this game is Josh Allen, of course. But Greg, who do you like in this one?
Come on, man. Come on. Don't tell me I'm the lone wolf. I know Freddie picked the Jets too. Listen, the Jets are a better coached team this year, and they showed it against Pittsburgh. And I like the way Justin Fields is looking. That Buffalo defense is not the steel curtain. They're not that great. And I can see the Jets pushing this game. They put up 31 points last week. Buffalo just gave up 40 points to the Ravens. I know they're not the Ravens. I know this. But
I'm glad you know that.
Team, and Buffalo's has issues against a running team. Jets today.
Greg, get your howling wolf ready, my friend. Your boy abandoned you this week. You this week, my friend. It is all you for the
clown,
Jets.
Bro. That's why the clown, bro.
I hope he shows up.
If they win, he got to put in his Jets card, bro. He's done, bro.
Patriots says he hopes for a tie in this matchup.
Would you have picked the Niners? You would pick the Niners still, right? Regardless.
That is dirty as fuck that you got him in like his jersey picking the other team. That is kind of dirty as fuck. At that point, you might as well put the clown mask on.
Jason, he's gonna hear it from me next week, bro. That's why he ain't coming on the show this week.
He might pop in still. We got a fun surprise if he does. I hope so.
And Greg, you're absolutely right. The Niners are always 16-0, even if they don't have a good quarterback, even if they're completely broken down. They're always 16-0.
That's right. No matter what. All right. Well, speaking of that, the Patriots at America's team, the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins lead the series 64-55. They swept last year 34-15 and 15-10. 4 in a row, 8 out of 9. Tua owns the Patriots. Miami's favored by 2.5. The over-under is 45.5. Justin, what say you? Who wins this and why?
You see how much he had to put into that to be like, Tua owns the Patriots.
It does. Period.
I think the tide is turning in this one. I'm going to go with the Pats on this one. Man, I think somebody's going to have to do a wellness check on Mike McDaniel after this game. They might be finding him in Miami going down the street at 2 a.m. looking for something to get into.
Yeah.
That's great. Patriots says Tua is 0-2 against Vrabel. Squish the fish. All I got to say is, just like in politics, we can always find some type of record somewhere that can vilify our point anyway. So whatever. Meg, who do you think wins?
You're struggling, cool. You're struggling.
It's early.
You're struggling.
I just woke up.
America's team.
You guys picking the Patriots. I've got faith in Drake May this week.
He said it's a fact, not a point. Cat for Life says strong stat, bro. They don't know. They don't know what's up. Exactly. Greg, who wins today? Who do you think wins?
Not the Dolphins, baby. But we're going to win on TSS by watching the Dolphins get their ass whooped this week.
That's great. Well, like I said, we own the Patriots. We are going to be definitely a candidate for a bounce back today. Count it up. I am Lone Wolf today. It's America's team all damn day. And I'm not Fred. I'm not going against for the other team. All right. A fantasy, hopefully, bonanza game today. The Jaguars at the Bengals. Jaguars lead the series 13-12. Cincinnati won their last meeting 34-31 in overtime. It's been 3 in a row. Bengals favored by 5.5. The over/under is 49.5. Greg, what say you? Who wins this one and why?
Oh man, we're talking about a real game today, boy. Not that Dolphin Patriots.
Oh, God. Right.
I'm going with Cincinnati. Joe Burrow's going to bounce back. He's going to be flinging that ball all over the place. I expect a big game from T. Higgins. I know everybody expects Jamar Chase, but he's going to get the coverage shifted to his side. But I think Cincinnati has a great game this week.
All right, I'm with you. Justin, what say you?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bengals. It's going to be 2-0, which the Bengals don't really see a lot. It's going to be fun. Bengals are gonna be like, oh, we're 2-0. Wait a minute, we don't have to worry about being 0-2 going into week 3. It's gonna be interesting for them. But I think it's gonna be a game where we either see Trevor Lawrence pop or we go, oh man, they need to start looking for another quarterback.
Ooh.
Patriots say Bengals only won that game because the Browns kicker decided it was a good idea to kick himself out of the league. And
hey, Patriots, Browns going brown, right?
Always.
He already said it's a good sign. It's been raining all week, and today it's clear skies because this is a good W for our boys today. I feel you. All right, let's go. Meg, who do you think wins this and why?
Give me the Jaguars this week. I've got faith in T-Law coming out, and I also just like what I saw from them last week. They were a different team to what we were used to seeing last season. Very different team. even on their defense, like it's not the strongest, but it's definitely not the worst. So for me, this is my first crazy pick as Patriots touchback. Will tell you. Give me the Jaguars.
Yeah, I don't think it's too crazy. I mean, I can see where the Jags end up winning this game. I hope it's a shootout. That's what I'm hoping for. But Meg, this is your first lone wolf. Get ready to howl it up, girl.
Yeah.
That's Meg's first lone wolf pick of the season. So let's go. She's going with Jags today. I think it's too far crazy. I do see the Bengals bouncing back this week, but I don't think it's too far-fetched to think the Jags might pull this one out. And Patriots said they played the Pandas last week. Meg, come on, Meg. What the hell's wrong with you? He says. All right, let's go to the next one on our list here. We got the San Francisco 49ers at the Saints. It's Spencer Rattler versus Mac Jones today. San Francisco leads the series 50-27-2. San Francisco won the last, the last meeting, in 2022, 13-0. San Francisco is favored by 7. The over-under, surprisingly for me, is 44.5. I thought it'd be like 20. So, Justin, we'll go to you. Who wins this and why?
It's actually been moved down to 40.5, and rightfully so. I'm going to go with the 49ers 100%, but this, to quote, have you guys ever seen the TV show Trailer Park Boys? No. Well, maybe the fans will know, but this is a real greasy pick. This is a real greasy game. Oh, it's just going to be ugly all day long. You're going to want only one player on each side for sure. And then you're going to maybe want the kickers because this game is going to be 3-3-3-3-3-3-3-3. No touchdowns whatsoever. And then maybe Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara are going to bounce in for a TD. But, it's real greasy. It's greasy, Ricky.
49ers, my number one defense today for sure. And believe it or not,
the hammer.
Lone wolf on here. Got it up Andrew Duke. He texted me right before he got on the plane and said, you know what? I just heard Mac Jones is starting. He said, fuck Mac Jones. I'm going with the Saints. That was his exact comment. I can't even believe it, bro. Oh, look at this. Even Patriots got the upset of the week. Saints win, indeed. Podcast Mini said, isn't it weird how they told my 49ers to draft Mac Jones, and then a few years later, they have him to start. That was his guy. Finally got him in, so we'll see. We'll see what Mac Jones can do. Go ahead, Justin. What were we going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, the hate is deep for any Patriot fan, I guess. Mac Jones is like the worst human being on the planet for those guys.
They're all over him.
Don't look at the coaching. Just look at the product on the field.
Right.
Like Matt Patricia was your offensive coordinator. Oh, that might not be the problem. No, it's fucking Mac Jones. He's a piece of shit. It's not the fact that we got our defensive coordinator calling offensive plays.
It ruined him, though. It ruined him.
It did. I mean, but he's not a bad QB, so I think he's serviceable nonetheless. I think he'll do all right today. Browns at the Ravens. Baltimore leads the series 37-15. They actually split last year. Cleveland won 29-24, and Baltimore won 35-10. Baltimore's favored by 12.5. The over/under is 4.5. Meg, who wins this and why?
Ravens easily, because the Browns be Browning, and there is nothing else that needs to be said about the Browns other than just leave the league already because nobody likes you.
She said the Browns be Browning. Absolutely, I'm with it. Put the hammer down. We are going Ravens, unsurprisingly, in this one.
So this game is interesting because it's the 30th anniversary of the Ravens coming to the league. And they stuck the celebration on this day because we all know that the Browns or the Ravens used to be the actual Browns. Mm-hmm. So this is the funniest shit in the world. And then you got Joe Flacco coming back. Come on, this game needs to be on primetime TV just for the entertainment value. Just to watch the Browns get creamed by the old Browns and Joe Flacco, washing his tears down, knowing that he plays for the Browns now instead of the Ravens. This is going to be pure entertainment. I love that I live in Maryland for this game.
Podcast Committee wants to know what was worse, Mac Jones playing New England or his gritty during the Pro Bowl. I actually like the gritty during the Pro Bowl. Count me as whatever, but I thought that was actually kind of fun.
Gritty wasn't bad. Gritty wasn't bad.
Yeah, the Gritty was all right, bro. But, so definitely his play in New England. I would differ on that. He said,
yes.
Patriots said Baltimore is going to be basically out of it after blowing that 15 or pissed off, after blowing that 15-point lead. I agree with you. The Browns are in some big-time trouble.
Man, I think Derrick Henry going to go for 200, baby.
Start your Ravens.
But like I said, there for fantasy purposes, like you can
Mark
see
Andrews.
where with Joe Flacco is just going to have to keep throwing the football today. So you could definitely get some points off those Browns today. So just something to check out for sure. All right, let's go. Bears at the Lions. Another team I think is going to bounce back this week. Chicago leads the series 105-80-5. The Lions swept them last year 34-17 and 33-20. Detroit's favored by 4.5. The over/under is 48.5. Greg, who wins this and why?
I think Detroit gets back on the track. They're right back on the right track. And I don't know what they were doing on offense last week, but please stay out of that vanilla offense you was doing. Use your weapons, Jared Goff. Use your weapons, OC. I think they bounced back. Caleb Williams went back to a lot of the old things he did last year at the end of the game, scrambling around, looking for the open receiver, no real structure to the offense. But I like Detroit. I like the bounce back, and I think they pull it out.
Justin, who wins today?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bears. I think the Bears kind of they lost control of the momentum in that game, which happens a lot. I mean, ask the Ravens what losing control of momentum can do for you. Wow. So, I just think it was one of those games where Caleb got up big early, and then instead of continuously putting the pressure on, and Ben Johnson kind of does the same thing. Sometimes Kyle Shanahan does. He scripts out the first 15 drives, and then afterwards it kind of just rolls into chaos. And we saw that with Goff too. Like Goff, when it wasn't scripted out for him, and it's more of an open offense, he doesn't kind of know where to go. He doesn't really know exactly who his first read should be. Also, props to the Packers for playing good on defense. Not going to take it away from them. But I think this is going to be a real interesting game. And I think in this game, we're going to lean on the quarterback who's a little bit better at everything, and that's Caleb Williams. Jared Goff is the better passer for sure. But overall, I think Caleb Williams is the better quarterback.
Ooh-wee, that's a big take right there. Pat Casmini says, if Baltimore blows this game after what we just enlightened us with, he will roll, he says. That's pretty funny. Patriot says, I can't trust Caleb Williams. Guy is so overrated. Lions win. And Podcast Mini asks, well, the coordinator's leaving exposed Detroit this year. I mean, that's something I said in the beginning of the season about this team, and it very well could. But like I said,
their defense looked like shit too.
Yep,
they did. Like I said, all the way around. And so, Meg, what do you think? What?
I changed my pick, so I know that I initially sent you that the Lions was my pick. But and this can be confirmed by Patriots Touchback Thursday night. I changed my mind. I'm going for Bears.
I had it. See, I even had out the lone. See, you make me see. So you got to let me know when you change, because then I got to do my grade. It's okay. But Justin, not the lone wolf today. Meg's gonna go with the Bears as well. Ooh, I like that.
It's okay. The AI made me look more like a lone coyote or a raccoon.
I don't know what. Yeah, like when I think one of them, like the Panthers. Yeah, the Panthers coming up. It looked like a damn like a lion. I was like, I don't know why it keeps doing this shit. But anyway, whatever. All right, let's go to an easy game. I think we all agree on here. Denver at the Colts. Series is tied 15-15. Denver won the last meeting last year, 31-13. Denver's favored by 3.5. The over/under is 46.5. Justin, who wins this and why?
Hammer it down. The Broncos. Broncos going to take the baby Broncos to the woodshed today.
Patriots confirming Meg's pick on the Bears. That's where he was saying she was getting a little crazy. Put the hammer down, as Justin said. We all like the Broncos. The Colts are definitely due for a regression this week after whooping my team's fucking ass. All right, let's go to the next one. The Cardinals at the Panthers at the Cardinals. The Panthers lead the series 15-6. Carolina won the last meeting and last year 36-30 in overtime. I hope it's like that today. Arizona is favored by 4.5. The over/under is 46.5. Meg, who do you think wins this?
Yeah, I've got the Cardinals on this one. I was a little bit disappointed in Bryce Young's show out last week. I was expecting him to come back with the same Bryce Young that we saw at the end of last season, and he just didn't. And I think that Kyler Murray's got a little bit more gas in the tank this week, so give me the Cardinals for this one.
Yeah, I like that as well. Patriots, by the way, he says Denver's win, but not convincingly. Ooh, we'll see about that. Greg, who do you think wins this?
I like Arizona, man. I like the way they looked last week. And I know you put James Conner as your super friend, but Trey Benson, man, he's getting into those carries. And he had that long run last week. And he got them young legs, and James Conner's on the wrong side of 30. So I think it'd be a Trey Benson show again, but I do like the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think you can just trust that running game either way. But Justin, what say you on this one?
Yeah, so I already know I'm the lone wolf on this one. I'm going to go with the Panthers. I think Meg's absolutely right. We didn't see the Panthers we thought we were going to see, but I think that was due in part because there's a lot of change-up. I think they should have kept Adam Thielen. I think keeping him there would have made Bryce kind of have like a little safety blanket. But I did like what I saw late with the connection between him and McMillan. And the Cardinals are notorious for blowing games they should absolutely win. They do it all the time. That is why they are the mediocre team of the NFC West. They always have potential, but they always blow it because they just can't win these games they should. I'm going with the Panthers this week.
All right. Well, go ahead. By the way, Patriots says Cardinals win, but he needs Bryce to keep throwing to 10. I mean,
Me too.
I could definitely see a world where, this game on paper, you're like, I'm not really want to watch this, but it might be a little exciting as far as a little back and forth with the passing and all that. But I still like the Cardinals. Go ahead and count up. See, bro, I can't. It's like a lion face. Like, what the hell is going on with this AI?
Yeah, it looks like a cat.
Yeah, it looks like a panther. It looks like a panther and a wolf got together and had some creation.
Yeah, it's like a little half breed. I don't know what the hell is wrong with that. Anyway, AI got to tighten up. AI got to tighten up. All right, let's go.
Justin taking some risks this week, boy.
Yeah, he is. There's some lone wolf going on. All right,
let's make up for it, dog.
Let's go with the matchup of the day: the Eagles at the Chiefs. How is this not Sunday Night Football? I don't know, but the series is tied 6-6. This is the Super Bowl rematch. We know the Eagles won 40-22. They've won 2 in a row in the series. KC's favored by 1.5. The over/under is 45.5. Greg, go to you. Who wins and why?
Man, this is the game of the week right here, man. But I think it's the revenge game, man. I know Mahomes is down his 2 top receivers, but I think we're gonna see some Mahomes magic today. I think he's gonna pull it out. I think every time the loser of the Super Bowl comes back and plays the winner, they win the game. So I'm going with the Kansas City. I think Andy Reid calls a great game this week and pulls off the victory.
Jared, what's up? What's up with you, my brother? Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you. Patriot says Eagles, that O-line, and the Chiefs is suspect. Michael Jackson's Thriller Wolf. Yeah, that's funny. That is, he was like a cat in that one. That's funny. He says, and Jared says, never count out Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. That's for damn sure. Justin, who wins this and why?
I've notoriously said I hate both of these teams. They both suck. They both can fall into an abyss and never come out. But unfortunately, this phrase means a lot of things, and it can mean fuck you, it can mean hello, it can mean goodbye. That's an alarm on my part. Somebody's blowing up my kitchen over there. Go Birds.
Feed the baby.
Philly wins.
All right. Feed the baby. Somebody's making bacon this morning. That's for damn sure. Meg, what say you? Who wins this and why?
Yeah, give me the Eagles. I am concerned about that Chiefs team right now. In terms of obviously injury, we've got Xavier Worthy out for potentially 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. She's like, yeah, you know what? That's it. I'm done.
Man.
Well, Meg, Patriots win. Or Meg likes the Eagles. Said Patriots. Your boy Fred actually went in with you. He
man, whatever. Whatever.
Oh, bro. The bottom line
Reunited and it feels so good.
The bottom line is the Chiefs are too beat up, I think, as far as our offense goes. So I'm going to go with the Eagles as well. Meg, you are back. You want to finish what you were saying?
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. I think the Eagles. I'm concerned for that Chiefs team at the minute with injury and with like Xavier Worthy 2 to 3 weeks out. It's just a bit of a worry. So give me those Eagles because I still think they've got a solid.
Is it pancakes, Justin, or bacon? What's going on there, bro? Like,
no, dude, it's definitely bacon. It's bacon. I can smell it. I can smell it coming through here. I'm like,
that's why
I'm
he ran
excited,
so
but at the same time, don't burn down my house. Come on now.
Podcast Smitty said, "Don't make me grab my turnout gear, Justin. You're not my fire district." nothing better in the morning than burnt toast. Yeah. Jared said, "I think they will put pressure on Patrick Mahomes again." Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I mean, they're beat up right now as far as targets are concerned. So,
and barring something stupid, Jalen Carter's going to play.
Right, exactly. Yeah, watch out.
Asterisk, barring something stupid. Yeah. Somebody grab a hold of that guy and make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Put a muzzle on him.
I'm sure he's very coached up for this week not to do anything stupid. I mean, he's going to be fired up for today, so it's going to be watching out.
Like at least 12 seconds this time. We've got to double that playtime.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. All right, let's go to the next one. Falcons at Minnesota. Minnesota leads the series 22-12. Minnesota's won their last meeting last year, 42-21. They've actually won 2 in a row and 7 out of the last 8. Minnesota's favored by 4.5. The over/under is 45.5. Justin, who wins this and why?
So I got a question for Meg. Meg, do you have Vegemite in the UK? No? Okay. Because when I was in Australia, Vegemite was a huge thing. And I got with it, but I never thought it was that great. And that's kind of how I feel about the Falcons. I can get with it, but I just never feel like they're that great. And I'm like thinking to myself, the Vikings always come out and they're always just like, they got something going there. You know, the offense just flows. Whoever gets plugged into the offense works. J.J. McCarthy came in the fourth quarter and just out of nowhere, just boom. But Atlanta, for some reason, Atlanta just can't get over that great hump. And they had the chance last week, and once again, they fucking blew it. So I'm going to go with the Vikings this week because I think the Vikings actually have a chance to be great with that quarterback, that young man behind center, J.J. McCarthy.
Are you telling
by the way,
the Falcons are your one-night stand? Because
she ain't
good enough to come back, but she's good enough for one time only, yeah?
Got those whiskey goggles on.
Cat for Life said he hears the 49ers are interested in Njoku. I'll check that out while Kittle's
no, please no. Not another injury-prone tight end. Please no. God, no.
Jared says JJ versus Michael in the championship rematch. Like that.
Ooh, yeah. Actually, that's a really
rematch.
Patriot says Atlanta and Leeds don't mix well together. Wow, indeed. Greg, who you like?
I like Atlanta, man. It took a minute for JJ to get it right last week, and the Falcons look good. You know, majority of the game for 3.5 quarters, the Falcons look good, and I think they're going to pull it out this week. I think Michael Penix gets it right. He's going to target the hell out of Drake London. Kyle Pitts showed up. They're going to target Kyle Pitts. And you can't go wrong with Bijan. And if they run the ball with Bijan and keep that Minnesota defense honest, it's going to open it up for Michael Penix and those receivers. I like Atlanta. I like the Dirty Birds this week.
Cat for Life said he's also hearing Raiders and Dolphins, possible Myers for Cheetah trade. Just rumors, but interesting for sure. Yeah, I've been hearing Tyreek for freaking everybody at this point. So we'll see how that turns out. Meg, who do you think wins today? You're not picking your home team today?
I am not picking my home team today. And the reason being, bear with, when I made my pick, Darnell Mooney was questionable. Drake London was questionable. We have some hits on defense that are a concern for an already weak defense. I love my MPJ. I do. He's my boy, right? We have seen the 2023 National Championship matchup between JJ and Michael Penix. We know who won that, right? we've got to think carefully. I've gone for Minnesota this week, and it breaks my heart. It genuinely breaks my heart, but I'm also realistic. Like, look at the Vikings, look at where we're at. Now, luckily, those injuries have proven to be less of a concern. We also have the fact that Young Wei-Koo is out. He is no longer our kicker. He has been downgraded. We have Parker Romo stepping in, but that's an unknown for us. So we need to be careful there as well. Give me Minnesota, and it breaks my heart.
Wow, indeed. So real quick, Greg, go ahead, count him up real quick as the lone wolf. That actually looks like a wolf this time.
Yeah, that does. I'll take that one.
He's our lone wolf today. Now, before I know we got a fantasy question and stuff, but before we get to that, we got a special guest joining us on location. Let's bring him in, Fred the Jester. Look out. Now, explain to us what you're doing, Fred, because I think Greg will really enjoy this.
Wow.
I played for
that
tournament for the Pride League. See, I'm the Juicy Fruits. They call me Fruit Ninja.
Fred is playing softball for a Pride team, so let's make sure we clip this for What was your name again, Fred?
Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja. Okay, the fruity guy on the Juicy Fruits. Let's never forget this moment. Mark it down for sure.
Just like your picks, Freddie. Just like your picks,
bro. Let's go Jets, baby!
No. Take your fruity ass off the Jets bandwagon. Get out of here. You picked the Bills, Freddie? The Bills?
You
really?
That's before I heard Oliver was out. I would have picked the Jets,
No. Get him out of here, Jason.
Patriots.
Look,
What a plum.
Look at the shirt, bro. Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt. I wore it just for you, and you would pick the Bills?
The juiciest of the fruits is Freddie.
Yo, Juice, you can come play with the Fruit Ninjas, the Juicy Fruits. Come on, let's go.
Wow.
Freddie, if the price is
right, man, I didn't come here for this abuse.
Thanks for joining us, Fred. We appreciate it. Enjoy your game today, my friend, and stay juicy. Justin, real quick, Daryl, thanks for patiently waiting if you did. He's got a question. It says, good morning, pick 2, full PPR. He's got Pearsall, McMillan, Ridley, or Ibuka.
Oh, Daryl, how you doing them? It's to me, dog. Like, I want to pick them all. You got to pick 2. All right. I'm going to pick Pearsall because we saw last year Brian Thomas Jr. went absolutely bonkers when Mac Jones targeted him, and there ain't nobody in the Saints secondary that's going to cover Pearsall. Mark that down. Ain't nobody in the secondary going to cover Pearsall. And then, man, it really hurts my feelings because I think I'm going to go off of Ibuka this week. And I'm going to go down to McMillan or Ridley. And you know what? I'm going to say fuck it. Go with McMillan. Yeah, I'm going to just say it. Ridley last week, we wanted to see more out of him, but really there was a lot of targets going other places, and that kind of scares the shit out of me. That kind of means to me that maybe Cam Ward doesn't have the confidence in Ridley just yet, or maybe they haven't bonded. Maybe they weren't roommates during training camp. Maybe they're not on the same Fortnite group chat or something like that, but it just seems like there might be a little something off there. McMillan, he was the number 1 guy for Bryce Young. Whether Bryce Young did anything or not, he was the number 1 guy there. Arizona's defense is not nearly as good as everybody thinks that they are, and they're not as good as streaming option as everybody thinks they are. And Pearsall, like I said, Mac Jones made Brian Thomas a round 2 guy for us in fantasy this year, and it's right through week 1, it's looking like a fucking lie. So Mac Jones was able to make us look bad through week 1. Who's he going to target in this game? Ricky Pearsall. Mark it down. Pearsall and McMillan. Daryl, I got your back, dog.
All right.
Call me out if I'm wrong.
Jared, by the way, says he has Vikings. They have one of the best receivers. Dolphins, they're not trading anyone, but he calls BS. I feel you. Patriots says Dolphins will trade Tua if this. I mean, they're not. Who the hell? Who the hell's
What are they
going
gonna get? A bag of peanuts? What are they gonna get?
The Browns might
calling the Dolphins for Tua. Who?
send him to the Browns.
Latasha says Drake London seems to be a bust in fantasy. I would just stay the course. One game does not make a fantasy season.
That's going to straighten itself out.
Yeah, that'll
For sure.
definitely keep him in your lineup. I think
And
you'll
if
be good
Mooney
to go.
continues with this injury, then Drake London's going to step up in terms of points that he can get. Because I'm not convinced that Mooney's 100%. I know he's playing today, but I'm not convinced that it's going to be a long-term thing.
I like it. I like it. Cap says, "Where the hell you been, Fred? This is great. Fruit ball." He said Jets on Jets Prime, and Patriots says Pearsall and Abuka today. Cap for life. Stay juicy, bro. Patriots also said he meant to say Tyreek.
Oh, okay.
Buka looked good. I can't believe I drafted Evan Ingram over him. Yeah, I feel you, bro. That's gotta hurt in the wrong places. All right, let's go. We got two more games. Wrap things up. Bucks at Houston. Texans lead the series 5-1. Houston won the last meeting in 2023, 39-37. Man, I hope it's like that. 5 in a row they've won in this, and I guess the Bucks won the first one. The Texans won ever since. Houston's favored by 1.5. The over/under is 46.5. Meg, who do you got in this one?
I've got the Texans in this one because fuck the Bucks. But yeah, I will not pick the Bucks for anything other than when they're playing Atlanta, in which case fair game. But no, I think the Texans are going to win this one. I'm still holding out hope that like CJ Stroud's going to like remember how to play football properly, and it could happen this week. Here's hoping. For the sake of my division, here's hoping.
Yeah, I like to see CJ Stroud like get back to his some kind of form. What do you think, Justin, on this one?
Yeah, I agree with Meg. I want to see CJ Stroud like remember how to play football, and I want to see this offensive coordinator remember how to coach a goddamn game. Like, come on, let Chug some more touches. He proved he can move the ball. Let's go. Nick Chubb, Texans, book it.
Greg, who you like?
You guys said all these nice, sweet things about the Texans. I'm gonna bust your bubble. It's going to be the Bucks. The Texans do not look like the Texans of 2 years ago when they were in the playoffs and making those moves. Chubb is past his prime. Maybe that's why they're not giving him the ball. CJ Stroud is having continued with his sophomore slump. What happened to the great genius mind of the coach and the defense? I think Bucky Irvin runs wild on the Texans. I think Mbuka has a great game. I think the Bucks pull it out. They're the reigning AFC South champions. I'm sorry, Meg. I'm sorry. But the Bucks and Baker, they know how to win. CJ's still learning, and they're still processing. Chubb is on the downside. CJ doesn't have anybody to throw the damn ball to besides Nico Collins. It's a wrap. I'm sorry, Tampa.
We are evenly split in this one. I like the Bucks as well in this matchup. So this is going to be one of those pick'em games for sure, at least for us anyway. But I still like the Bucks indeed.
Yeah.
Greg, since we're on you, would you go Neighbors over Pickens today?
Yeah, I will. I mean, Pickens had a bad game last week, not what we were looking for. But who else is Russ going to throw the ball to? And the way Neighbors was on that sideline last week, politicking for the ball, I think he's going to see over 10 targets this week. I do not see Russ not targeting him, or Russ is going to be sitting next to Brian Daboll next week. So I think Russ, if you want to keep your starting job, feed Neighbors, and I think Neighbors is going to have a better game over Pickens.
Yeah, I agree with you. Actually, I'm not as Pickens. Like I think Justin brought it out. I think he's in for a decent day today too. But Malik, I don't think you don't want to look back at that and be like, damn, I put in Pickens over Malik, and damn, look what happened. All right, let's go. Chargers at the Raiders. Raiders lead the series 69-60-2. Chargers swept last year 34-20 and 22-10. They've won 2 in a row. Chargers are favored by 3. Over under is 44.5. Justin, who wins and why?
Well, Can I just howl right now? Am I the lone wolf? I'm the lone wolf, aren't I? What? Holy shit. This is going to be interesting. Raiders are going to win. Raiders are going to win this game because Pete Carroll is he on fire right now. And man, does he got that team bumping. I think the Chargers are always been kind of like an up and down team, and they can for sure lose these games. I liked what the defense was doing with the Raiders. I like how they shut down Drake May. You know, I'm 100% on that Raider train for right now until it completely derails itself like the Browns.
Greg, who do you think wins?
Jason, I'm going to ask you a question. You probably have the stat for this. What was Pete Carroll's record against Jim Harbaugh when it was in the NFC West?
Well, bro, I have to look that up.
But I think
it wasn't good.
Carroll probably owned Harbaugh when they were in there, right?
Yeah.
And Justin, you're not the lone wolf. I like what Pete Carroll is doing with the Raiders. I really do. I like Chip Kelly running that offense. And Geno Smith looks like a damn good quarterback in that black and silver. So I'm going with the Raiders for the upset. I think it's a down week for the Chargers, but I think the Raiders pull it out.
Meg, do you agree with these? Yes.
I just want to add this in real quick. I'm sorry. I don't want to take too much more airtime.
No, you're good.
But so here's the thing. Harbaugh owned Carroll when he was at Stanford versus USC, but then Carroll owned Harbaugh in the NFL. So it has been evenly split, and the all-time record is 6-5 Pete Carroll over Jim Harbaugh.
All right, there is some stats. I love it. Meg, what say you now? Are you agree with these clowns? Do you think the Raiders are winning this game?
No, I've got the Chargers winning this game. I saw the Chargers against the Chiefs last week, and I liked what I saw a lot. And so, give me those Chargers for this week.
Yeah, I'm with you. They're just the better team, quite frankly. Yeah, I like the Chargers a lot actually in this game. So they look really good against the Chiefs. I really like what they're looking at.
Greg, you and me, Greg, we got it. We're holding it down. We know it. We know the
ride
facts.
or die, baby. Ride or die.
They win it. Patriots agree. Chargers win. Podcast Nate says it's fair to say the Texans do C.J. Stroud like they did to Watt when they traded Hopkins a while back. Yeah, I mean, that's maybe fair to say. I mean, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, we're going to head out for today. But before we do, I know you guys didn't get a chance to go to church, so we got Fantasy Jesus coming up. If you have any more fantasy questions or looking for fantasy advice, you can check out our Friday night show. Had it on Friday. Check it out. We went over all of the good stuff. I don't know what the hell is going on. A lot of sound right now. So check us out. We do a full breakdown of the week, so you can always go on there and check that out. Of course, check us out next Friday. We'll do the same for week 3, and then you can, of course, wake up with us next Sunday while we get you ready for the NFL day. But before we go and leave you, stick around and stay, because we got a treat for you. Again, you missed church. We got you. We got Fantasy Jesus here. He's going to bless your fantasy rosters. Enjoy, guys, and good luck in week 3. Week 2, I'm sorry. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week.
Put your hands together and pray. It's time for Fantasy Jesus.
I'm here to save your fantasy rosters. Good morning, PSS family, and welcome into the Church of Fantasy Jesus. And you're here to get your 5 blessed DFS picks of the week. Let's get it kicked off with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is notorious for having great games against the Giants, and the Giants are notorious for having bad games against Dak Prescott. That seems like a formula that's going to hold and going to be perfect for your DFS lineup, so make sure you have Dak in there. Christian McCaffrey, as we worry about his head, knees, shoulders, knees and toes, whatever the song is, we got to remember that Christian McCaffrey is still a dynamic threat, and he is still playing the New Orleans Saints this week. So play him while you got him, and make sure he's in your DFS lineup as well this week. Then we've got Stephon Diggs of the New England Patriots. Now, everybody seems to be glazed over by the Bodie effect, but I'll tell you this. Kayshon Boutte, Stephon Diggs, not much separated them last week stats-wise. Maybe a touchdown was really the defining factor. Stephon Diggs is coming back from an ACL. I look for Stephon Diggs to have a bigger game against this really putrid, smelly Dolphins defense. Ugh, America's fart indeed. More like a wet fart. And then we got Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs. He is our blessed tight end of the week. And, you know, for the Chiefs, it's been kind of a cruel summer. And, you know, I know last week bumping into Xavier Worthy, there was no bad blood in there. But, you know, he might be out for a fortnight, so that's kind of why I'm going to say Travis Swift is definitely the best option for you at tight end this week against the Eagles. They're going to need it in a big game against the Chiefs. And then finally, we're going to end with the Broncos. Another great matchup for the Broncos. Last week, there was no turnovers, but look for it to come this week as Danny Dimes resorts back to being Danny Dimes. So thank you for coming in this week, and may your lineups be blessed.
Thou shalt not lose today. Consider your fantasy football lineups blessed.